Do you ever feel like every hit you go for just almost goes in your own net? Do you ever sense the lack of confidence in your aerials? How about after you fix it, you get scored on because of it? If that doesn't hit home, how about this? You go for a backboard clear and it goes straight to the opponent. And even then, if that doesn't even hit, how about not being able to keep possession because you have zero car or ball control? Well, this is where we're going to get into top 5 skills to reach Grand Champ. I can't stop. So the first skill that we're going to talk about today is going to be double jump aerials. Now the reason I put this as my number 1 skill to know in order to get to Grand Champ is because speed is the aspect that everyone wants to have when it comes to Grand Champ, and even when you get to Champ, people are still relying on a single jump aerial to save that flip for every single jump, and then the reality is that's not fast enough to get to the ball. Now, jumping twice, yes, you have the chance of backflipping, and yes, it happens to a lot of people, but the hard part is to double jump and still get power onto the ball. So the way I like to practice, I like to go into this type of training pack, or you can do a workshop map or anything like that in order to practice getting good power on redirects and speed to get to the ball. There are lots of great training packs out there, but that's why I have this as my number 1 skill. So our second skill we're going to talk about today is going to be recovery. So I put half flips in parentheses because I really believe that half flips are kind of the staple for a good recovery. Being able to adjust to how your car is landing and being able to turn around quickly, keep your drifting going so you remain in the right speed for a play. Having great recoveries will allow you to keep your momentum throughout the map without having to stop and use more boost to get to speed. So the way I work with my recoveries is I go into free play just like you're seeing now, and I just repetitively jump off the wall, flip, do things to change my direction quickly and try to keep as much speed as possible. And that is how I would practice my recoveries. So our third skill is going to be backboard clears. I think that backboard clears are a very important part of any defensive positioning when playing in a high level lobby. So in order to get to Grand Champ, you need to feel very comfortable when on the backboard, because you're going to find yourself making a lot of plays there and making it a lot easier for your teammates that are in the net. So in order to practice backboard clears, I actually go to the training packs and I find Rizzo's backboard clear training in the browse section, and I find that all of those clears are commonly seen in the scene. And I think that as they get harder in the series of hits or shots or blocks, whatever you want to call them, they still show you like how difficult hits can be when reading the backboard. Not just when you're in the backboard, but when you're also in the net. So I think backboard clears are easily my number 3. Our fourth skill we're going to be talking about today is going to be just reading the ball. So reading the ball is, in a nutshell, just knowing where the ball is going to go after a hit, or after a bounce off the wall, a bounce off the ground, or after a 50-50. And in order to do this, you have to have seen that bounce and that play like millions of times, so your brain just knows what's going to happen. So the answer to getting better at reading the ball is game time, game sense, keep playing the game. So what I like to do is go into free play, and like you're gonna see in this the clip behind, hit the ball off the wall as hard as you can, keep the ball close to you, just try to stay as fast as you can, and just hit the ball randomly in free play. It sounds kind of pointless, but a lot of people will will stand by me when I say this. When you hit the ball aimlessly in free play, you see bounces that you will see in a game, but you're not thinking about those bounces. So this is how I would practice my reads. Alright, so our fifth skill is going to be control. So when I talk about control, I mean car control, which in order to work with that, you can do just basic dribbling around the map, keeping the ball close, if not on you, depending on your skill level. And just going around the map will just kind of keep it on you until you're bored, and that'll really help with that ball control. To help the car control aspect, you can fly from post to post, either landing at the top of the post like this, or the bottom of the post like this. And landing at the bottom of the post, you're allowed to go off the top, and you can fly backwards this way. This way you kind of get variance on both sides. So if you're running on Steam, you're able to do workshop maps. So like the ones that are going to be shown on the screen, you can do either the dribble challenge workshop map, or you can be doing the rings workshop map. And I think these maps show a good way to utilize the same training as free play with dribbling in circles or flying from post to post, except in a more like fun, interactive way. So if you're on PC, I highly recommend these maps, but if you're not, you still have something to work with. So control is definitely on my list. Alright guys, there you have it, my top 5 skills to get to Grand Champ this season. If there's anything I missed or you think that I should have added, feel free to put it in the comments section below. I'm glad to hear anything that you guys have to say. If you didn't know, I'm live on Twitch almost every day right now, and I would love to see you guys out there. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click on that little bell icon so you can get some notifications next time I post. I'm trying to post at least 4 or 5 times a week right now, so hopefully you guys are keeping up. I'll see you out there.